Hey guys, welcome back to the CJ Murray podcast. There have been a handful of additions to the song that the video recording didn't work out. I'll walk through it, but here's what we got so far. I really like this bass here. Yeah, that's essentially what's been added. Let's really quick speed through some of the additions. For the bass, I have the Rickenbacker bass, Scarby. My friend Mark was over, and so he was pointing out that the grittiness of this really comes out, so I really like it. We'll see if this part stands the test of time, but I did decide for now that this mechanic synth behind the pluck sounds really good in that hook section here. I think it adds a lot of character, I believe is the word. Okay, so here's the thing that I thought was just really cool, and I hope makes it to the end. When Mark was over, he whistled into the mic, and oh no, he was just whistling for fun. I was playing the track, and he just started whistling as a gut reaction. I was like, dude, that's so cool. Let's try and record that. So we did, and here's the whistling without the effects. And then let's add that side chain in. It's like more of a 50% type side chain. It's not all the way. Had to make a separate group for that. And now let's add some of these effects in there. Okay, so first off, we have Nectar. It's normally used for vocals, but I'm using it for the whistle. So it adds some pitch correction to G major. It saturates it. You have the EQ and compressor, really compressing that. And then we have the Ableton plugin Roar. And so that just really subtly adds a bit more saturation and drive in there. Then some slapback. It really fills out that stereo image. And then last but not least, some reverb. Yeah, so it really fills out that stereo. I kind of went back and forth on the reverb before or after the slapback, but this is what it sounds like right now. So again, in context, this is what we got. Super, super dope. For anyone who's watching, you might not like the fact that I'm going to tell you this. I do have scratch vocals in with lyrics, and it's very scratch, and the lyrics are very much so in workshop stages. I'm going to leave them out for now to save my dignity. So right now, the theme that I'm wanting to veer towards is an airplane type theme. And right now what's going through my head is I want maybe something on the on beat, like so if I'm going towards an airplane type theme, I feel like something maybe mechanical, rhythmically might be cool in there. Let's find something. Okay, so I'm thinking that I'm going to make a group called options and maybe color some stuff there in. Not a, well, I guess it's a pretty color, but I'm going to throw a bunch of things in there and then maybe play around with how they fit in. This is just a really quick side note, but I was looking for a way to see if I could solo safe in Ableton Live so that my mic is always able to be heard regardless of whether or not I solo anything else. And so the way that I did that is I went to record, warp, and launch exclusive. I unchecked solo and then I command clicked on voiceover. And now when I command click, then no matter what, if I solo anything else, then I can still be heard, which is very relevant for what I'm doing right here. I found this sound. Pretty cool. Okay, so I found a handful of pretty neat sounds. I am really quick going to turn the warp off on all of them. So don't warp. I don't want the, whoa, that kind of messed with the length of them once I, okay, so here's some of the sounds that I collected for kicks. So there's Foley doors, typewriter click, some water, because I guess flying includes ocean, and in hindsight, I'm not quite sure why I grabbed that, but I don't know, maybe something can come out of that. Some clicking, ooh, like I don't even know what that is either. That could have some cool uses. A light switch, and then whatever that is. And it's also a note. I got these out of Splice. I made a playlist because now when you use something from Splice, you can, I guess, generate a certified license so that you can prove that you got this from Splice and I'm authorized to use it. So I made a playlist. So if I end up using any of these, I can just go right there and prove that I did it right. So yeah. Okay, so let's play with this sound right here. Solo U. Cool. Let's pitch it down a bit. Interesting. What's really interesting is when I take this up really high, it goes from that to something that's almost like a hi-hat. How strange. Okay, so to be honest with you, I actually can't remember the last thing I recorded. I took a pause after finding samples and I basically said to myself, oh man, I don't know where to put this. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should work on some big picture stuff. And that's all fine and good questions to ask myself. I don't know what these things are. What are you? What are you? Solo. Actually, I think I'll put that in because I think it's funny. Or, yeah, I'll eat those again. In fact, I'll put those in options. To my point that I was making earlier, I took a pause and I added to my lyric document, and I just needed to look for inspiration. Find songs that are similar or have a good vibe that I'm going for. When Mark was over the other day, I said, oh man, or he pointed out a lot of songs and I looked those up again, added them to the sheet. And yeah, just there's at the end of the day, you're going to pull from something. And so after listening to some music, I went back to the beginning of this song. And I started to realize I don't think it sounds desperate enough. There needs to be like not just energy, but something that says not panic. I don't know. I'm going to put it down. We'll see what happens. Okay, check this out. added some effects, and then I split them up 3 ways so that now that's closed 1, so that'll get off. This is closed 2, so like that, and then close 3, like that. So let's just listen to this. Now we can pan it a little bit. Oh, I made a mistake as far as the open. It didn't quite have the effect I was going for, but it is pretty cool. The other thing too is originally I had some high plucks going on like this. And I mean, that's cool, I guess, but I don't think it's what I want anymore. And it doesn't quite match the hi-hats, and I think I prefer the hi-hats. When I'm editing, I'm gonna focus on the 1/8 notes first, and then I'll get the 16ths after that. Okay, let's hear how that sounds. Yeah. Very nice. In fact, I wonder if I swapped out the bass as well. Yeah. I mean, let's see. It's more smooth. But I almost wonder if it's too similar to the hook then. And I really like that. I wonder if I add some drum to the left. Okay, you guys ready for this? Nope, we're gonna try that again. Something that I'll have to be careful of over time is that I'm not going to put too much into this. I think I can tend to be one of those people that just layers and layers and layers, and man, I'm trying to learn how to be much more intentional on the arrangements and just being working harder, not smarter. Working smarter, not harder. That's what I mean. So I actually took the snare and put it towards the second half of the hook. Listen to this. It kind of has like build up. I could put an EQ, kind of fade that in. Dope. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I had fun working on it, and I will see you on the next. Thank you again. Peace.